Hello, I am Adam from A Strings, and this video is to hopefully help you choose an electric guitar that's perfect for a beginner. Whether you're buying for yourself or for someone else, it can be an absolute minefield of choice with any guitar with different brands. You've got different models and shapes. So hopefully this video is to simplify everything for you, to give you some ideas of models that we like, some amplifiers that we like ourselves, give you some sound examples too, and hopefully set you on the right track to choose the guitar that's right for you or your loved one. Alternatively, if you're looking for an acoustic guitar as your first guitar, click here, and this video will show you all of our favorites that we have in store, as well as some advice on sizes and choices to make when buying your first acoustic. So probably the most important question of all of this is, how much is this going to cost? So starter bundles from us here at A Strings tend to be around the sort of 255 mark. Obviously, it depends on the choice of amp that we want to go for and the guitar. So as an example, we've put together a starter bundle here in the shop. Behind me is the Squier Bullet Mustang with the Marshall MG10. Also included is the A Strings starter bundle pack, which comes in at around £25. So altogether, this package works out at $255. So it's the perfect starter bundle to get you on your electric guitar journey. Now don't forget, all of these are branded items, so they all come with manufacturer's warranties, as well as the aftercare service that you have through us, which just gives you peace of mind going forward if there's any issues with the guitar, with the amp, even if it's down to something like amp settings. We are here to help, and we're always around to ask any questions. And don't forget that all of these bundles are customizable as well. So for example, this guitar comes in a grey, a blue and a black. All those options are available to you. Even down to the strap color of choice. Anything of those you can change, you can have whatever you want to suit your style. So to hopefully keep things simple, we have chosen 5 of our favorite electric guitars that might possibly be your first electric guitar. So let's take a look at the 5 that we've chosen. First up is the Jackson JS11. The JS11 is an entry-level model in the Jackson series and is perfect for those who are leaning more towards the rock and maybe the heavy rock element of playing. So they have great style, they come in 4 amazing colors, and they have 2 humbucking pickups, which means they're versatile and able to do light music right the way up to the heavier rock music. Next up is the Squier Bullet Mustang. Now the Bullet Mustang is great because even though it is a full-size guitar, the shorter scale means that it's suitable for smaller and younger players. 2 humbucking pickups, some great color choices. It's a really, really cool alternative to things like the Strats and the Tellys. Speaking of Strats and Tellys, the Affinity Strat is an absolute staple guitar. This is probably the most famous guitar shape that is out there, that exists. This is one where you'd see the silhouette on a Hard Rock Cafe and things like that. It's that guitar. With a Stratocaster, you tend to get 3 single coil pickups. So with single coils, we don't have as much output as a humbucker like we do on the Jacksons and the Mustangs, but we get a lot more variation in tones. So we can do things like the funk, we can do pop, we can do jazz if you wanted to. You know, it's a lot more versatile of an instrument. But if you wanted something that does do the rock, maybe consider something with a humbucker. Next up is the Bullet Telecaster. Now the Telecaster is a great all-round instrument, synonymous for country music initially, but is great for rock, it's great for pop, it's great for blues, you name it, the Telecaster can do it. The good thing about the Telecaster is we've got what we call a set bridge. There's no moving parts like you get on the Strat, which means that this stays in tune. Once they're set up properly, which we do here at A Strings, the guitars stay in tune and they're roadworthy, they're hardy, and they're not going to let you down. So the Bullet Telly is a real good option for those that are taking them out and about and may want something that is a broad Swiss Army knife of a guitar. Next up is the Jackson Monarch. Now the Jackson Monarch is a great budget guitar. Leans into that rock thing, a little bit like the JS11s do, but this is a different shape. So we have what we call a single cut shape. Now all that means is we've only got 1 cutaway at the bottom of the neck, which gives us access to those higher frets. That's all that means, it's just the shape. But it's great. the single cut shape, again, is a very, very famous shape in the guitar world. So, you know, players like Slash, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, they are famous single cut guitar players. So if you or the person you're buying for is looking for a single cut shape, the Jackson Monarchs are absolutely the one to go for at this price point. They're fantastic instruments. They are well worth a look. Jackson Monarch. We can't talk about electric guitars without talking about amplifiers and what we need to get the sound out of the guitar. Now, electric guitars can be played unplugged, but to get the most out of the instrument, it does need to be plugged in. So there are a few amps on the market at this entry point, the kind of, you know, the first guitar bundle point that we like to recommend. So we can sort of put them into two options is the easiest way. You've got your basic guitar amps, things like the Blackstar Debut, the Marshall MG10. Now what I mean by basic is they're a small home practice amp which do a clean sound and a driven sound. Now, absolutely fine if you're sitting there thinking, what on earth is a clean sound? What on earth is a driven sound? That's fine, because this is what they are, how they sound. Now with these amps, they are fantastic home practice amplifiers. They've all got headphone inputs. They've all got MP3 auxiliary inputs as well. So silent practice is fine. Playing along to tracks is absolutely fine. They can all do these. Now, what we also recommend is if you're a player that thinks, I actually want some effects, I want to explore a bit more with the sounds that I can get from the guitar, we would recommend something down the digital side or the modeling side. Now this could be something like the Blackstar ID Core 10. This could be the Code 25 from Marshall. Everyone does an option of these. So with a modeling amp, a digital amp, you get effects built in. Now we always recommend this if it is something you're looking to stay interested you know, with it. So you've got your clean and your drive with your basic amp, but you know, down the line, it's like I quite fancy things with reverb, I quite fancy things with effects like chorus. And again, just as an example, here is how one of these amps can sound. One thing to take into account with the modeling amps as well is features. So something like the ID Core 10, it's a great price point, but won't have as many features as, say, the Fender or the Marshall. And again, those won't have as many features as something maybe like the Line 6 Catalyst, which is a higher price pointed modeling amp. Again, tends to be the rule of, you know, you're getting what you pay for in terms of features with these amps, but they all do sound great. You know, we don't you know, we don't stock anything that we think is rubbish. So you can be safe in the knowledge that whichever amp you choose will be a great choice for home practice, lessons, that kind of thing. And don't forget, if you have any questions regarding any of these amps, if you take one of these amps home and you're struggling with setting presets, getting the sounds that maybe are in your head or of an artist that you like and you want it to replicate, it's something that we are happy to help with here in the shop. You can give us a ring, you can pop in with the amp if you're local, and we can sit down with you and we can program presets if you'd like, or we can talk you through getting sounds and just the general layout and how to work the amps as well. So any questions like that, you can have peace of mind that we're here and we'll help you out with whichever amp you decide to go for. So hopefully now you've got a better idea of an electric guitar, an amplifier, and all of the bits and accessories that you might need to get you going on this journey, or whether it's for someone else. And it's a really exciting time. A first guitar is one that you remember forever. You'll always remember your first electric guitar or your first acoustic guitar. But that is it. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We are astrings.co.uk. That is our website. You can contact us through the contact form there. We've got A Strings Guitar Specialists is Facebook. At A Strings UK is our Instagram. Please get in touch. Visit us here in South Wales as well, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions and hopefully put you or your loved one on a guitar journey themselves. So that's it. I've been Adam for A Strings, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.